Hello, Taurus. Thank you very much for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, I'm using the Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Already shuffled. Let's see what we got. That's it? There's like a... Okay, let's see. No, yes. That's it? Okay. I'm noticing all the oracle cards on the other side. Alright, so if I'm going to like... I do feel like you're going to fare well in this situation. I actually feel like you're going to fare pretty well. What's going on is the question, because I don't know about the other side. Especially when I'm seeing all these oracle cards on the other side, it makes me wonder what's really happening here. You're coming into a situation, and I'm noticing the King of Cups with how you're coming into it. Now, when I'm feeling the King of Cups for you, I feel there's definitely people, if not a person, then it's people. It could be a pet. For some reason, for at least one of you, more than one of you, it's a pet. So if you're a big animal lover, I feel like this is saying something to do with a pet. I don't know, that's really strong. So somebody that's hitting forward, feel free to leave a comment. But definitely, this is another soul that you care about. A lot of you, definitely, it's people. I get that. But they're making a point vague. If you're thinking it's about your animal, your pet, definitely could be. Go with your gut feeling on that. Now, you have a lot of love coming right into this situation. And I'm getting what's going on is the other side, whoever you're dealing with, you got the imagination and the victory. Now, when imagination is next to victory, I feel like it's perceived as a victory. It seems like things are going well right now. It's almost like, oh my god, I don't know why I want to go this route, but I'll go it. If somebody is battling cancer, for example, it's kind of like they've been fighting it for 3 months, and they're seeing positive results. Things are going the right direction. Things are going a lot better than expected, but we're not out of the woods yet. It's that type of feel. I mean, that's quite serious, but that's what they're giving me, so we're going with it. And I'm getting between you and this other side, whoever you're dealing with, the Star card is here. Very hopeful, feeling very good. It's significant progress. It's significant in the positive way it feels. Like this is nothing. This isn't small. This is a big thing to me. That's how this feels. Like things are going well. Things have been going well. Things are looking better than expected, and they look like they're going to continue to go this way. This is a good feeling. That's the Star card. Everything looks hopeful. Maybe this can be a good ending. Okay. Now, the Two of Cups is here on your side, what comes out of this. You're very happy. You're very supportive, and you're just kind of like, listen, what we've been doing, we got to stick with that. It's working, and we need to... It's working. Period. It's working. We need to stick with it. I'm getting the Two of Cups is like you're extremely supportive, and very much like, I'm going to help you stay on this track. We're going to keep going the way we're going because this is going great. This is going great, and I want this to continue this way, and I know you do too. You like the results, so let's keep going this way. Very supportive. Very, very supportive is what I'm getting on your side, which is good. Now, I'm getting what's going on now. I like the way you're coming at it. Very rational, makes sense. Good. But I feel like what's happening as things go forward, when I see the Seven of Cups come in, on the other side, something isn't quite on point. And I feel like there has to be an edit. There has to be an evolution of the situation. It can't just keep going the same pace, the same level. It can't. It can't. And I'm getting like the other side is realizing first. Whoever's going through this other person, whatever's going on, seems like if you're dealing with a pet, for example, if it is your pet, there's signs where this is just, it can't keep going the way it's been going. yes, you've had good results up to this point, but as you keep going, you're realizing this is going to have to evolve. Something is going to have to change. And the Seven of Cups is like, if you're dealing with a person, they're trying to figure out what's working and what's not. If you're dealing with a pet, just because I feel like that's strong for somebody, it's kind of like you're realizing that your pet is acting differently, or something's a little weird, and they're showing you signs like this isn't going to work. You might have some of it on, but not all of it. Something is not making it. So, let's get back in the center here. I'm getting what you've been doing, the success you have had, the pattern you're trying to keep in place, because you're like, we've gotten this far, this has been such a good result, let's continue so we continue to have these good results. And it may make sense on paper to keep going that way, but it's just not working out that way. Continuing on, it's almost like you're running out of gas or something. It's like, yeah, the car was going great at that speed, but now we're running out of gas and we can't get fuel, so we're going to have to find a different mode of transportation. That's kind of what I'm feeling here. And the Five of Swords here, usually the fruitless wind is what I'm getting. You're finding something else to do. You're finding another way to handle it. The situation is evolving. It has to. I don't feel like there's a way around it. For whatever reason, you have to change. You have to. And I feel like the situation is kind of, it's not progressing, but I don't feel it regressing either. Like, if we're going to use the Cancer analogy again, which I know it's kind of dark, but I have a feeling it's going to hit for somebody. Excuse me. And there's heavy is heavy. What was working before, what was giving great results before, is not now. It's not. So we had to change what we were doing, had to change how we were handling it. It's not, whatever's left is not getting worse. But we're not seeing improvement anymore. It's kind of like, oh, this is a rough one, but if there was a tumor, if it was the size of a grapefruit, it's probably like the size of, maybe, just for argument's sake, we'll say golf ball. Maybe it's the size of a golf ball now. It's a lot better than it was. Not the grapefruit anymore, it's golf ball. But it's still there. It's not growing, but it's not going away. It's still a problem. It needs to go away, but it's just kind of like, it's holding there. It's the golf ball now, and it won't go away. It's not getting worse, but it's not going away, and that's not cool. That's this. Things changed. They had to change. The fruitless wind is saying it's not getting worse, but it's not getting better either. And it seems like it needs to. Now, what I'm getting from that on your side, optimism. And I feel like it's extremely powerful, because you're keeping the spirits of this other person up. Or very optimistic, even if you're dealing with a pet, you have a very positive, loving nature there. Very positive effect. Whatever this is, whatever the situation is, your positive attitude is bringing up the energy, is helping whoever you're dealing with. Whomever, however that works. It's really important. Because you got the Nine of Pentacles, like, look at all we have. Look at how far we've come. This is looking good. It's better than it was. Yes, it's not getting better. It's not continuing to get better, but it's not getting worse. We're still in this fight. We're still going to make it. We just got to keep looking. We got to keep looking. We're going to find something, because we're going to take care of this. And I'm getting the Nine of Pentacles with you is very empowering. It's kind of like, look at all we've got. Look at all we've done. We're going to make this. We've gone too far. Gone too far. We're going to make this. Now, whatever you're dealing with, whoever you're dealing with, pet, person, however that's working, there's definitely, like, there's setbacks, there's doubt, there's, for example, I'm going to use that Cancer thing again. If it's a new treatment, what do you call those, side effects? Side effects that are really unpleasant. Unpleasant side effects. And it's just like, I feel like they're trying to keep it to themselves. But there's really unpleasant side effects is what I'm getting. And I'm getting they need something different, because they got safe travel. Like, what they're doing now, they're not happy. They realize it's keeping the situation from getting worse, but it's not making things better, and they're like, I can't live like this forever. So we have to do something different. And they're trying to stomach it in, they're trying to keep it to themselves, but they're not happy. I'm getting they're not happy. but they see you in the way you're saying, you know what, we got this far. We'll find something that works, and they're holding on. I feel like your influence is really helping here because they're not happy, but you're saying, you know what, we're gonna find something. This is gonna get better. We are gonna beat this. We are gonna make it. I feel like they're living through that optimism because they're not happy. But when you kind of like say, we're gonna keep looking, we'll find it. It gives them something to hold on to, is what I'm getting. And what I am getting is where this seems to be going off, like the end of this, where this is going off, and I feel like this is kind of branching out for whatever is going on in your life. You were definitely going to find another way to handle this. You got that Ace of Wands. You were not kidding. We will find a way to make this work, and I feel like that's your attitude. Like, there's a way out there. I'm going to make this work. We're going to make this better for you. This other person, the Fool card, is really relying on you. Like, I feel like whatever you're doing, however you're helping, you're really pulling this person up. I feel like this person is really starting with the Fool card because I feel that Fool looking up towards you. Their optimism, they're mimicking your optimism. They're living through your positive attitude. The more you're saying this is gonna work out, we just gotta keep going. Look at this possibility. Look at that possibility. I feel like that's kind of like their life support, their emotional life support. I don't feel like it's literal, but emotionally, you're emotionally keeping them going. You're emotionally helping them have that hope. So I feel like as this is going on, I feel like you just need to be aware of that because you're like, I'm not backing off. I'm not giving up. I refuse. Just so you know, like all the positive information, all that positive attitude, it's having a big effect. Like I feel like they're living through you. They're living through your positive because I feel like as it keeps transitioning forward, there's a lot of setbacks still, but it's not taking them down, but there's a lot of setbacks. Whoever this is, however this is, they're living through your optimism. They're living through your optimism. I feel like that's the point. You're having a very powerful effect here. Is there anything else I mean? I feel like they just want to reinforce that. Because even if you're not seeing it, even if they're not flat out telling you, and you're not realizing how much that the point of this reading is for you to realize how much your stamina and your positive energy is really pulling this person forward and helping them. How this ends up moving on or moving forward, I feel like it's subjective to what's going on in your life. All right, I think we got the message out there because I feel like they're reinforcing, like even when it seems like the situation is having a bump, you having that positive attitude is the world to this person. Okay, I'm going to shut that down there. Thank you for watching. Of course, if you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, james4astral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. Thank you.